What's up, my little sugar buggers, and welcome back to the channel for a brand new speed build. So today, you guys, we are building inside of the beautiful world of Strangerville. Does anybody else here actually play in Strangerville after the release of the pack? Now, I wish there was a way, and let me know if there is some sort of mod solution to be able to turn off the storyline when it comes to Strangerville, because lately I've been yearning, literally yearning to build, to play, to do all of the things in Strangerville. I just feel like it's a really interesting and intriguing place to live. And anyways, that whole entire topic inspired me to create a really cool family named the COVINGTO'N'S, which I posted yesterday. So I'll link the video in the description or at the end, you know, where all the end cards are, so you guys can watch it. It's a really interesting story. Their little boy actually has a service dog, and he was born deaf, and their whole dynamic is just really interesting. I'm actually kind of tempted to ditch the Suarez family and start playing with them, but I won't do that to you guys because I seriously change current households like I changed my chonies, you know, often, but not often enough. No, I'm totally just kidding. So how many people were like, okay, girl, bish, unsubscribe. No, I'm just playing. Anyways, long story short, I wanted to create kind of like a shotgun styled home in Strangerville, and I thought maybe possibly the COVINGTO'N'S could live here, even though their main goal is to live on like a farm or a ranch, something along those lines. They don't really have the means to do it just yet. And I really like creating shotgun styled homes and just anything that kind of has the general aesthetic of Strangerville. I just feel like the homes that they did were very lackluster, very simple, and I just feel like there's so much more you could do with them. I've built a total of 2 shotgun homes. I made one for Jet and Jane. May Jet rest in peace. And I really liked the way that that one turned out, and so I wanted to create another one with a more country kind of traditional feel to it. And I promise you, mark my freaking words, sis, after this I'm going to try to do some more modern builds or Victorian. I also really want to create an off the grid home, so if you guys want to help me kind of brainstorm a little bit, drop your suggestions in the comments down below. And if you just heard that, I literally almost died. Oh my god. Okay, your girl does not know how to act, so I'm sitting on one of those gaming chairs, and I was trying to adjust it so it would, you know, put my freaking caboose in the air, and I hit the bar that makes you lean back, and you almost lost me. I would have been doing this voiceover from the freaking ground, okay? Where the dust bunnies live. It's been a minute. So anyway, for the layout of this house, the only thing I don't like about creating these kind of I don't know how you, was it a hot dog or the fucking hamburger style? I don't know. The ones that just go straight back, shotgun style. I don't like figuring out how you're going to make a floor plan out of that because you don't really have a lot of dimension and stuff. But I went through a couple floor plans. I realized it was 3 o'clock in the morning. You girl needed to figure it out. So I went off camera for a minute, and I ended up actually coming up with something that I really loved. I feel like when you create these types of homes, making the kitchen its own entity is really cool. I also love the fact that there's an island in here. You have 2 whole bar stools or whatever. I also did this for the Suarez family home where I created a couple houses in Oasis Springs, and I really loved the way those turned out. Those are probably, well, that house and the build that I made after that are probably one of my girl, I'm trying to drop some bombs. My freaking favorites, okay, to say the least. And so I don't know. I love having the kitchen as its own bag. So I come back a little bit later and I'll kind of juice it up a little bit. I'll decorate all those fun things. But for the bathroom, I kept it really easy peasy. I knew that I wanted to have some sort of light in there. I hate when rooms don't have any sort of window, or it really bothers me. It makes me feel super claustrophobic. And so even though I had to change the window, I actually don't mind it being up above the tub like that. And because we do have a toddler, I wanted to make sure you had both options. I wanted to make sure that you had options for, you know, to be able to shower really quickly or bathe the little one. And essentially this is supposed to be Hoyt's room, which I actually love the way that it turned out. I know for toddlers and kids and stuff, I don't feel like we have a lot of options when it comes to furnishing their rooms. And my goal here was just to make use with what I had, and I was quickly running out of money. I wanted to stay under 25,000 simoleons because that's what the COVINGTO'N'S had to spend. Unfortunately, this house came out to 40,000 or whatever, but I wanted to keep everything kind of cohesive and have it all match. And so I just kind of played around with, you know, a few different things. And like I said, it's simple, but I like it. You know, it's just easy to navigate. I feel like Bird will come in here and sleep with Hoyt and watch over him. AHEM, Birds Hoyt service dog, in case you guys didn't catch that. Yeah, so there's Hoyt's room. I think I might come in and do a couple other things, but for the time being, we're creating Jed and Carly Ann's room, and I like their space. So the only thing that I don't necessarily dig about this house, and you guys can let me know if it bothers you or not, but I've been trying to play around with kind of breaking out of the mold, right? So typically, you know, the dining room table belongs in the dining room and the kitchen belongs in the kitchen, you know what I mean? Like all those types of things. But I see a lot of other builders kind of just doing what they want, you know? They have the bedroom off the kitchen. They have the dining room in the living room, you know? Like it's not, I guess it's like not a one size fits all type of a thing. And I feel like that's definitely what I did here. Originally, I really wanted there to be like a little desk, kind of like right when you walked in, but I realized that there are far too many Sims in this household to only have 2 bar stools, so I ended up actually putting it out there. But the main goal of this build was just to kind of play around a little bit. Since the update where they released like over 1,000 debug objects, I have been seriously scratching. Okay, I have had an itch I could not satiate to play with these items to build, and so I just wanted to kind of like, you know, just have at it, feel no restraints or restrictions, and that's why I kept cheating. I do actually have a bunch of debug objects that I really prefer to use that I feel kind of like add it to the game a little bit. You'll see me add those in. I was almost debating whether or not I should upload those to the gallery as like an essentials, like a debug kind of like clutter pack. And basically what I like to use is I love to use the air conditioning unit. I think that's really cool because the thermostat thing, that's like essential now, especially with seasons I'm learning. But I feel like where does it come from? Do you know what I mean? Like, where does the central air come from? So using the air conditioning unit along with like putting in vents that look like drains or drains that look like vents into the game, it just kind of gives you a more realistic vibe. Like, it just makes sense. You don't just have like this random thermostat and things are just working. You know what I mean? I love adding in the little debug objects. And so again, going back to the 1,000 items that were released, oh my God, I even used the brand new fences that are included in that update. And I like that too. I like that you can really stretch your freaking simoleon now because you can use these items to fulfill a lot of the other things that actually cost money. There are so many plants, so many items, so many you know, like just assets that you can use to really fatten up your build and give your build a little more life without really spending your coin. In fact, on the gallery, I did a little sneak build, a little pro bono, if you will, for a single parent home that is 17,500 simoleons and literally looks like a home that's worth like 20,000. Maybe I'm stretching it a little bit, but you get my point. Like, I just am so excited for the release of the bug item. So here we go. I'm not happy about it at this point, but the sun is literally coming up and your girl has got to do what she's got to do. So I ended up actually putting the dining room table in right when you walk in the door. I'm not mad at it at all. Like, I think it's fine. It works. You know, I just won't pay that much attention to it. And to be honest, I actually kind of like it a little bit because it's off in its own little nook. But I was being super temperamental. Like I said, it was 5 o'clock in the morning and I was being pissy. And I was just like, you know what? You came all this way and ish isn't gonna work now? Sis, what you mean? I was about to throw my freaking mouse through the computer screen, but you know, all jokes aside, we got it together, and I'm just doing the exterior. I wanted to go hard in the paint, right? Okay, so for the Covingtons, they're definitely Sims that like to live off the land, not off the grid. I wouldn't go that far. Like, Carly loves her hot showers and jazz, but I wanted to also kind of incorporate that rustic country vibe. So I used these fences that are so broken down, so buckled, so just stressed that I love how much personality it gives. And you can find these in the debug, so they're completely free. You can use as many as you would like. And if you've done some building before, poor Bird's bed is just out there. I don't end up using it, by the way. But if you've been building or have built before, you know how expensive fencing can get. And so to be able to just like you know, apply these items for free and then also have it tie in to the shell build is seriously freaking priceless. It's so priceless. I love it. And I was going to add a little sidewalk slab action because that's like my favorite like driveway, my favorite driveway tile, or just like an entry walkway piece that I use all the time. I didn't this time. I tried to like figure out what everybody else was using for the entry, and I went in with some pebbles, not cocoa pebbles, not fruity pebbles. Oh god, those are delicious. That sounds like that sounds fire right now. I love fruity pebbles. Anyway, yeah, so I used that and saved some money there. Doing a little bit of terrain painting. Grabbed a couple. I think these are debug. I'm not sure. They may not be, but I did grab that really big bush. I love that bush, and added in a little sprinkler for Hoyt to play in. And like I said, just finished up the landscaping with the other few odds and ends. I added in, like I said earlier, the air conditioner. We've got a like power generator thing on the other side, a trash can, and a hose. So if you want to download this home, it will be available on the gallery at Gen260-6. And if you have any other suggestions for me, please let me know in the comments down below. I hear all of you wanting more base game builds. I do too, boo, so you know your girl will definitely be working on that, as well as some more modernized builds. Yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and wrap up this video here. I hope that you all enjoyed, and if you did, you know what to do, boo. Don't forget to go ahead, comment, rate, and subscribe. Let me know what you guys think in the comments down below where the sun does not shine, and I will see you all next time. Bye, guys.